Do you want to own less stuff? I've got some easy rules for you to follow to own less stuff, and we're going to be doing this step by step. I'm a mum to 4 children, and I've adopted this minimal mindset, which has changed my life. So I can't wait to share these tips with you, so this can give you the motivation and inspiration to start decluttering, organising your life, and just have a more minimal life. Hi, I'm Lindsay. Let's get into it. The first thing I've changed is my mindset. Now I question myself, do I need something or do I want it? If it's a need, then I'll search around for the best deals, and I will actually sit on a purchase for a few days. But then if I want it, I'll sit on a purchase for longer, for about 20 to 30 days. It just gives me enough time to make up my mind. Do I need it, or am I just wanting this thing? Can I live without it? Am I actually going to use it, and is it going to serve its purpose? I also try to think, if I buy this thing, will it end up in the cupboard where it's never to be seen again? Do I actually want to find a home for it? If I can't think of anywhere to put it in my home, or if I haven't got space for this thing, then I won't buy it, because I don't want to think about where I'm going to put that thing. Experiences rather than stuff. This is something that's helping me massively with my purchases at the moment, because I think, do I want to spend £50 to £100 on that item that's just going to sit in my home? Maybe I won't use it, maybe it's going to collect dust. Or would I rather spend that £50 on taking my family somewhere fun, or putting it towards a holiday for my family? This is something that's really helping me to own less stuff, because I just think I'd rather spend that money on experiences and having fun and making memories, rather than just adding more clutter to my home. Appreciating what I've got already. I've adopted this mindset of appreciating and using what I have already. So instead of rushing out to buy yet another jersey dress, I found 4 jersey dresses in my wardrobe when I was decluttering the other day. And I just thought that was ridiculous. Why do I need 4 jersey dresses? They all look the same. So I decluttered and kept just 2 of them. If I'm thinking about buying something, I just think, have I got one of those already? Do I need yet another vase to add to my collection? Nobody ever buys me flowers anyway, so what's the point? I've got 1 vase now, and I have that just in case someone buys me flowers for Mother's Day, which is the only time I get flowers. To be honest, my personal opinion is buying cut flowers is a waste of money, because they don't last long. I also don't replace something until it's run out or broken. For instance, my makeup, so I won't actually buy any new makeup until I've used the makeup that I've got already. I try to use things until their dying day. So for instance, my clothes, they have to have a hole in them, or they need to be seriously faded before I'll go and buy the same thing again. I'm also doing this with my art supplies, because I had a serious obsession with constantly buying art supplies. It was costing me a fortune. So now I'm making it my mission just to use those art supplies that I've got, and then if I run out, then I'll replace them. But to be honest, I've got so many, it's going to take me years to actually use them all up. So just try to appreciate what you've got already. Try to use those things. Why replace something if it's not broken? If it's perfectly usable, use it up, love it, enjoy it, and then if it does break, get a new one. I started using the 1 in, 1 out rule. So this rule means that you can't buy something new until you've actually taken something away. For instance, one of my friends recently said she won't let her little girl have a new teddy until her girl gets rid of a teddy, which is a really good idea. It stops you from feeling the guilt of buying something new and adding to your home without thinking, I'm just adding more stuff, because you're just swapping those things out. I've started doing this with books, trainers and toys. For some reason, I just got no room for my trainers. So if I buy a new pair of trainers, my rule is I need to get rid of a pair of trainers or a pair of shoes. I also do this with my little girls' toys. So if I buy them a new toy, like a new Barbie, then it forces me to declutter the Barbies and get rid of one of them, so I can find room for the new Barbie, if that makes sense. Take good care of the things that you have so they'll last longer, so you don't have to go out and buy new things. I'm very careful with my stuff. I won't replace anything unless it's broken. For instance, I don't replace my phone very often. So instead of upgrading to the newest phone after 2 years, I'll just keep the same phone for years until it breaks. I use a SIM-only contract, and it just saves me hundreds of pounds. I just think it's a bit silly to replace something that is fully workable and that is in really good condition. I've also got a pair of GHDs that I've had for 16 years because I've taken really good care of them. I only straighten my hair once a week, sometimes once a month, because I don't like the heat damage. So I've really looked after them. This also goes for things like toys. We've had this Diddy car for 17 years because we've only used it inside. Also, clean your shoes, look after your appliances, wash clothes different to stop them from fading. I don't hang black clothes on the line in the sun because I know that it fades them. So most of our black clothes are actually black instead of a dark grey because I really look after our things. I also don't tumble dry certain clothes because I know it can shrink them. So just by looking after the things that you've got, you can save a ton of room in your house by not having to replace those things. By the way, if you're thinking, why does that woman's voice sound so weird? I don't normally sound like this. I've had laryngitis, so actually doing these videos is making me cough terrible, as you can tell. Oh my goodness. Declutter regularly. Instead of thinking that you're going to declutter once a year, it's a better idea to get into the habit of constantly decluttering. That is my life, and that's been my life for the last couple of years now, and it's made a massive difference to my home. If I'm sitting there and I'm thinking something's bothering me, there's just too much stuff in this room, I'll actually go around and I'll just pinpoint what's bothering me. There's too much stuff, I need to get rid of things. So I'll just get up and I'll spend 5 minutes just binning some stuff or donating some stuff to charity. It means that you're not spending the whole day decluttering your whole house. You're just working on small areas of your home and getting rid of things. Maybe you've got multiple items, maybe you've got too much stuff in your kitchen, and make it a task to do every month. You're going to find your house is constantly being decluttered, and it's going to keep your stuff to a minimum. If you're thinking that you haven't got much time, you can spend 5 minutes on going through a drawer, 5 minutes going through a cupboard, 5 minutes going through your wardrobe and just seeing any items that you want to get rid of. Honestly, it takes no time at all. If you put this into your life and make it a habit, you'll start doing it automatically. It's surprising how fast things can mount up. So even if you do a declutter maybe twice a year, those things are going to just keep mounting up. People are always adding to their homes. So if you declutter on a regular basis, you're going to minimize your stuff to the way that you like it. Just spending 5 to 20 minutes on going through an area of your home, getting rid of some toys that your kids don't play with, decluttering some books or tools in your garage. It can be highly manageable. It's honestly taken me 2 years to get to where I am now because I've been slowly decluttering. I haven't done it all in one go, but we've decluttered at least 70% of our house. So it's been a slow process, but it's well worth it. And honestly, you don't have to wear yourself out to get to that point either. Avoid the backup plan clutter. What I mean by this is, if you have a look at your kitchen, have you got like 20 different plates just in case someone comes over to your house? Have you got a ton of items in your home just in case you do some hosting? And if you're anything like me, you've got a cheese board and you don't even use it because you don't host. So get rid of those things that you don't need. Get rid of those multiple items that you're just keeping just in case. You don't need 50 cups in your cupboard. If somebody comes over, I'm sure you can find a cup. Honestly, if you've got enough for your family and then maybe 1 or 2 spares, you'll be completely fine. So get rid of all the extra things that you don't need. This also goes for clothes. So if you're holding on to items that are too small for you because you're hoping that you're going to fit into those items again, then honestly get rid of them because it's just putting pressure on yourself. Every time you look at those things, you're just reminded that you can't fit into those things and it's going to be putting more pressure on you. So get rid of those things. Honestly, it kills me to get rid of my size 8 stuff, and I just think, what is the point in keeping it? I'm not going to fit into those things for a while now. I'm facing facts that I'm 41 now, I'm a size 12 and I'm not fussed about it. All I've done is just replace my size 8 stuff with some really lovely quality size 12 things, and now I've not got the extra clutter of keeping those small clothes and they're taking up room in my home. I've just got the items that I wear every day. If I lose weight, I can easily go and buy some more clothes in a different size. So if you're the same as me and you're keeping hold of those bras that don't fit you, those clothes that don't fit you, you've got extra items in your home that you're just keeping just in case, get rid of it. Honestly, you will thank yourself for it because you're going to have so much space in your home. You're going to feel less cluttered in your mind and you're going to have less stuff to take care of as well. I want you to have a really good think about your favourite memory as a kid. Have a really good think. What's one thing that stands out to you as a really good fun memory and something that you might talk about to your friends and family? Remember when we did this? Remember when this happened? Have a really good think about that now. Pause the video, and once you've thought about it, I'll carry on with the video.
A few moments later.
chances are your favourite memory is when you spend time with somebody. It's not about that gift that you got for Christmas. It is not about that thing that you were bought. It is not about the toy that you owned as a child. Most of the time, our favourite memories are things that we did with people or experiences. So if you keep this in your mind, it might stop you from buying things, especially if you've got children, because I know this is a lot of mum's downfall. It's definitely been mine, and I've got so much better at it actually. Since I recently learned about this in a course, some of my favourite memories are like playing aeroplanes with my sisters, making a boogie board with my dad, and I've got amazing memories of playing out in the street and loads of kids just wanted to play on this boogie board that we made. It was amazing, and it's one memory that sticks out to me. Now my boys are a bit older, I'm able to ask them this, and some of their favourite memories are just silly things like when they used to fill their pyjamas with teddy bears and then bump into each other. They just think that's great. So it just goes to show that things do not make us happy. It is actually the experiences and the time that we spend with others that makes us happy and grateful. Minimise your wardrobe. Most people only wear 20% of their wardrobe. Do you find yourself gravitating towards your favourite items and always just wearing the same thing, and then the rest of your wardrobe is catering to your fantasy self? What I mean by fantasy self is you might have items in your wardrobe for things like going out or smart clothes if you go back to work. I recently decluttered my wardrobe and I've minimised my wardrobe so much, and do you know what, it's so much easier to find something now. Just have a look at what you're wearing most of the time. Do you usually reach for t-shirt and jeans, living joggers or sweatpants? Are you keeping clothes for your fantasy self or your actual self? Just keep in your wardrobe things that you're going to wear on a day-to-day basis, and just have clothes for the life that you're living at the moment. For instance, I work at home, so I like to live in comfortable clothing. I wear things like long sleeve tops, jumpers, hoodies, and then for my bottoms I'll wear either joggers or leggings in the house, and then I will wear jeans when I go out the house. But most of the time I'm in comfortable clothes. I got rid of all my work clothes because I used to work in a school and I had lots of smart clothes, but I got rid of them and I was holding on to them for years. I actually held onto them for 6 years, and then in the end I thought, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not wearing these items, they're too small anyway. I'm just going to donate them, I'm going to sell them, and they're going to go to a better home, and they're actually going to get worn if you do that. It just makes it easier to pick the items that you're going to wear on a day-to-day basis because you've got less in your wardrobe. I've got a few nice quality basics that I can mix and match, like t-shirts and shorts in the summer, as well as a few play suits and dresses because I live in them. Jeans and leggings, long sleeve tops, long sleeve jumpers and hoodies in the winter. And I just own a few colours of these so that they're easy to mix and match between each other. Think about the stuff that you use and the stuff that you don't. If you've not used that thing for 6 months to a year, get rid of it. This is the mindset that I've adopted for years now, and it helps me to get rid of things. I just think if you're not going to use it after 6 months, then when are you going to use it? I also think, do I want to manage all this extra stuff? At the end of the day, if you're spending your day picking stuff up and trying to find homes for everything and finding your mind being really cluttered just because you've got too much stuff around you, then it's time to get rid of those things. This is something that I've helped 2 friends with recently, and we got rid of bags and bags and bags of stuff. Since decluttering and cutting things out of my life, I've felt so much happier. I don't spend any time dusting vases, photo frames, moving stuff to clean around them, and I find my home to be so calming and peaceful. So now I enjoy being at home more, and I think that rubs off on my kids as well because they seem to be a lot more chilled. I think if you're the one in the home managing all this stuff and you're finding yourself becoming really overwhelmed with too much things, once you start decluttering, you'll find yourself becoming mentally and physically offloaded. That is something that my friend recently said. She said that when I helped her declutter her ridiculously overcluttered cupboard, that afterwards she felt so much lighter, like a weight had been lifted, and that was amazing to hear. So it does make a difference when you get rid of stuff. It's less things to take care of. You can take more care of yourself and your family and what matters to you, and it's really worth it. So what are you waiting for? Start decluttering today. Spend 5 minutes decluttering that drawer or the cupboard or your wardrobe, and put some music on. Have some fun doing it. Let me know in the comments what you're struggling with the most, and I'll get back to you. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.